Hello, welcome back to another episode. I wish I knew. Today we will be talking about food. Nydia, what's your opinion about food?
I think food is delicious. I love it. But making the right choices, that's important. So I wish I knew with food to make good choices on what you choose to eat.
And to eat.
But I love it all.
That's an issue. um,
What
you,
do you think? Tell me.
yeah, I think when you're young, the excitement because of you have more taste buds, more flair for life. Things pop, and it's like having a piece of candy for the first time or an ice cream for the first time. It's like, wow, what an amazing experience. Um, as you get older, though, these food items can become addictive, and it can cause some dangers to your health. And I always laugh because of normally when we get sick or we get in a rough spot in our lives, we go back to the comfort foods that our parents gave us, happy memories. If dad took you out for a soda pop, you go back to a soda pop because of it feels good, it's comfortable. But no one turns around and tells you when you're a kid and your dad went and got you a soda pop that it's so bad for your health. And so by the time you start realizing now that you have these health issues and they're being affected by what you're eating, it gets hard to change because of now you're taking away memories of good times or dates going on, and having food, and it's like food and life are kind of combined together, family events and childhood memories and romances all happen around dinner, Valentine's Day and different things. And
Yeah, and I think it starts slowly, like he said, you do a good job and you get rewarded. Here's a soda, here you go. But when you get older, well, at the beginning you get it once in a while, when you do a good job and here and there, and then as you get older, you maybe drink it a little bit more. Now it's once a day. It's not just once in a while, and it just now that you're drinking it the soda once a day. Now you may be drinking two a day, and then it gets more six a day, and unfortunately, the choices that we choose do not help our health. And you don't feel it when you're young because your body, I mean, it's a force to be reckoned with. But as you get older, it will start showing later down the road, everything that you chose. And my I guess two things. um Anything that God made is the best way to go. Fruits, animals. I know some people don't like to eat animals, but we've been eating animals since I don't even know, but that's been a source of food. So anything that's natural, plants, anything that's natural, I think it's the way to go. I feel that when we mess with food is when we create problems, and the food is not helping anymore, helping us digest with some of these foods.
yeah.
And even when you go to the store and you're buying something, it's very important. That's my second thing. Very important to read the ingredients, because nowadays, and not just nowadays, even back when we were younger, uh, back then they didn't do as many some of these ingredients that they're putting in now, but you have to pay attention to those ingredients, and those ingredients need to be very basic. You know, if you can read it, if it says just in general, it just says it has, you know, wheat, or it has, you know, whatever that is. I mean, it should be plain, simple words. If it has these long scientific words, it has something, and you should be looking it up to see what exactly that is. The more ingredients with these long scientific words in it, you really got to pay attention, because those, they do have side effects.
Yeah.
And I can't give a good example about the ingredients, but make it simple, like milk, butter, things like that, that you can, you know what it is, you know, just by reading it. But when you have these other ingredients that you can't read, and some of them I can't read, so I don't even know what to tell you with the ingredients that I'm reading. But that is really something. Pull it up. Now we have the internet, so look it up. You can do the research, see if this is something that you want in your body. But I'm telling you, it's best to stick with the basics. Get real food, like vegetables and fruits and meats. That is the best way to go about it.
I agree with that. I, you know, the way I look at it is, you don't really start thinking about this until a health issue comes in. For most people, uh, you'll grab McDonald's or a candy bar, and it normally won't affect you any. And it's until you have a health issue that food really becomes so critical. And we just didn't realize for ourselves how critical that is, because, you know, I went through that time frame of passing out, not realizing that I could just change my diet around, and it it didn't fix everything, but it improved my dramatically, like the reduction of some of the injuries I was having. And my body was craving certain things, and the only reason why I knew was because my body was craving. And I remember a few years ago, like, we were strictly vegan for a long time, and then all of a sudden, after I had that injury, I was just craving fat. And it was, my body was not looking for just any type of fat, it wanted a certain type of fat. And I, you know, when I gave in to the body, finally, it was like the craving went away, but so did a lot of the issues. And then,
And I think that's important, to pay attention
mhm,
to what your body is telling you to do.
June.
Not all of us have it. Like, you know, you were lucky that your body, you know, you were listening to your body. Sometimes our body's so out of whack, and sometimes you can't listen to the body, like what you say, because like
Yeah.
with me, I crave a lot of sugar. And in my, and I'm not making excuses, I'm just letting you know, in my family diabetes runs, and I'm already pre-diabetic. I've already been told this. And I do have problems with sugar, and it's very addictive, and I want it, but it doesn't mean, you know, you got to know the difference between, I guess, if it works for you, if it's making me feel better. But I know sugar, if I have too much of it, or if I, you know, it's just not good for me. And I
Right.
know I can feel it in my body. And listen to your body, to what your body's telling you. That's another good thing with food.
Yeah.
Sometimes people will drink milk, and they'll have these side effects, or they'll drink, or they'll do something. And pay attention, because if your body's telling you that it doesn't like it, or it likes it, then, you know, you're doing the right thing. But
Yeah.
like in my case, sugar, I'm craving sugar.
Right.
Or, you
But
know, so that's
that's
kind of like,
where you know sugar's bad for you.
and the craving's almost like an addiction too.
Right.
It's not
It's a different type of
Yeah.
craving. And you know when you're taking it, it's bad. And at the same token, your body is speaking to you, and it's, you know, it's identifying like when it's speaking to you because of it's just it's addicted to something, or because it needs something. And in both cases, the body may not be able to differentiate between a need and an addiction, but that's where you have to take the responsibility of it and do some homework on, is this, am I addicted to something, or is there something that my body actually needs? And it was, you know, once I did my homework to find out why, that was very interesting because my body was 100% correct. And everything we were told was a lie. Even, and this is what's funny, because if you think about it, all the research, most of the medical industry will sit there and tell you fat is bad for you.
Oh yeah, this is very important. Back then, just to let you know, back then there was announcements made on TV that margarine was better than butter, which is not. They also said that avocados were fattening, which they are, but they made us feel like that fat was really bad for you, which is not. They said about eggs had too much cholesterol. Eggs are not bad for you. Uh, there, you have to do your own research. And now some of these things that were passed from the past and that I just took in because I thought, oh, okay, I believed it. I thought that that was right. And it has turned out that it's not right. And that is uh, very disappointing to find out because, you know, some of these foods, people, for some reason, have lied to us, and it's not right. And somebody should take responsibility for the the research that they have done and uh, things that they have put out for people, and it's wrong.
Yeah.
It's wrong. It shouldn't be done. And they should, anybody who does this type of stuff to Americans, uh, they should they should be uh, how do you would say it? They should take not take the responsibility, but they should
be this is
held accountable
yes.
for doing this. That's what I want to say.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's not right to sit there and tell people using the rules that we're supposed to rely on to give us knowledge, um, health organizations. We look at health organizations as it's kind of like a church, a safe haven, a place you go to in the time of crisis, a place you go to for knowledge. It's like a university, it's a place of knowledge. So you're going there for a specific reason, not for a place that you have to be on guard and question everything that's being said, because it's supposed to be based off of a fact driven basis, not, my wallet driven basis, but a fact driven basis.
And some of these studies have been done because of money.
Money.
And it's wrong because it has influenced the American diet and what we eat.
Yeah.
And what is good and what is bad. And they should be held responsible for their actions and what they're doing and putting out that misinformation. And I wish they would be held responsible for this.
Yeah. You go back like during Reagan's term, he fired the head of the FDC, if I'm not mistaken, the Food and Drug Administration,
FDA.
FDA, excuse me, and replaced them because of they wouldn't allow sucrose into food because it was harmful to people. And now we have it in all kinds of products, these artificial sugars, because of one decision that someone decided that they did not like a medical professional's opinion on the food, saying that it was too dangerous. And it's like, but, kind of like, when do we hire or elect a president who is going to endanger people's lives over profit of someone else? And I'm not saying Reagan was a bad president. I'm saying in this instance, that was a bad decision that has affected now multiple generations that have had issues from food manipulation without understanding the issues with these products. And we're only now people are studying the issues with these products, and that's just wrong to me. They used our government positions of authority to tell us something was healthy for us when all the evidence was in the opposite direction, saying it was unhealthy. And then now it's taking all these years later to this point where people are sitting there going, no, this is not healthy. It's
Yeah.
incorrect.
And we have too many sugars, different types of
Sugars.
in the stuff that we've been eating.
Yeah.
Um,
And I always use that analogy. It's like Coke, the Coke leaf um, isn't bad for you.
if you chew it,
if you chew
the
it,
Coke leaf,
right?
on
But
its
the
own, yes.
indigenous people used the
Coke
Coke
leaf the way it was supposed
to be, and then we turn it and we get a hold of it and we strain it down to cocaine, which is harmful to the body dramatically.
Yeah, because it's too much. It's too concentrated.
Yeah.
So it's not eaten the way, or it's not used the way it's supposed to be used. And that's where things go awry.
Right. And
That's
this,
where things go
if you
awry.
think about it with these sugars, I'm not saying all sugars are 100% bad, because that would also be a lie.
Yeah, I mean, you
But
have like you have like honey,
you have honey,
and you have maple syrup.
you have maple syrup, you
They-
have
they
sugars
have
and fruits.
in sugars and fruits, and it's just the amount on certain things and the concentration. I mean, when we do the sugars of just like a regular processed sugar, it's a lot more potent.
Yeah. And now they have all these different types of sugars and you have to be so careful with them because of, people are making these claims as if they're healthy for you, but no one knows. And by the time you figure it out, or someone comes along and disagrees, it could be 20, 40, 50 years later.
Yeah, it takes a long time because, like I said, I'm still having issues from the past of things that were said that are bad, and they're not bad for you. So it does take some time, even for me, to process that information and realize this is not bad the way they said. I try to stay with the basics. It's the best way to go about it.
Yeah.
But our reality, I mean, we have so many choices in foods, and then when you go out, when you actually go out and try to find some healthy places, it's really hard. It's not that easy. So,
and it makes it even more aggravating. So, you used to go out to a restaurant when we were younger, and everything was made from scratch. It was freshly made by someone who knew exactly what they were doing with food. How to put things together and how to cook
Yeah,
it.
now it's a lot of it's pre-made, right? It's like
Now it's like, yeah, and you're paying
it's
big dollars for it. It's
it's
pre-made. It
not
comes
even
out of
it's not even
cans.
from scratch, like, and
Yeah.
it was good back then,
Then,
believe me. Like the biscuits, sometimes you would get
oh
biscuits
yeah.
and they were freshly made, and
And,
everything's already prepackaged. A lot of it's
and
prepackaged, and I was even shocked myself how
yeah,
much of it's prepackaged.
packaged. And I think it drives me
So
nuts when you go out to a restaurant and you might spend $50, $60 on crappy food, and I can go home and do that myself. It's like a disappointment because of it's expensive to go out to eat. And when we go out to eat, I'm going out because it's a treat.
yeah, and the only place, the really expensive restaurants, is
Yeah.
where you're gonna get better, high quality food.
Food.
But I mean, for us working class, come on,
We're not going to go
uh,
out and spend over $100,
you know,
for a meal. That's ridiculous. Especially when you can get probably the same meal, and a lot of times I can cook better, even at $100 level, and only cost me $20 at the
it's
store. It's like,
I know
uh,
it's very expensive, but you are gonna get better foods at the higher restaurants. But
yeah,
mid grade, the food's not much better. You could probably do the better at home, but
home. Yeah,
they're treats, I guess. I don't know.
yeah,
It is disappointing. I understand where you're coming from,
from
because nowadays, I mean, I don't even want to go to fast food just because of the cost. I mean, it's just like, what, the stuff is so bad for you,
yeah,
and uh now I'm paying this much for it. It's like, oh, no way.
way,
It's not something that you want to do,
yeah,
but we do it. I mean, because it makes it easy, but
yeah.
it 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 really uh, affects you in the long term. It's best to eat at home and
Yeah,
do the best you can with good foods.
foods.
That's all I can say.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, I think what we're both saying is one, listen to your body. Two, trust what your body is saying and do some homework when your body is saying something. And use some common sense. And just because the information is out there doesn't mean that it's 100% accurate. So take some ownership. And when in doubt, go back to the past, because the history never proves us wrong. It tells us what we've done wrong and what we've done right. So if you can go back and study what people
And
were
not
eating,
even study, just stick to the basics, like what
yeah,
God made. I think that's all you have to do.
do.
But we don't want to eat just a watermelon. We want the cake, we want the cupcake, we want the cookies.
Yeah.
Watermelon is fine, an orange is fine, an apple is fine. The basics, just stick to the basics. I think
Yeah.
we have gotten away from the basics, and that's what's affecting us.
But at the same token, just remember, if you're getting watermelon in the middle of winter, something's wrong, because that's not natural either. You know what I'm
Well, yeah,
saying?
most certain foods you eat at a certain season,
Then,
and you know they come out for a certain reason. And our ancestors kind of knew this. I mean, you would eat berries, you would eat watermelon during the summer, when it was available, and during winter you don't have uh,
you just didn't have
you
certain
don't have
foods.
certain foods. You have to revert to certain other foods that are available during this time.
Yeah.
So um
Because I think that comes back down to the food addiction. I love everything, so you always want it.
yeah,
But
and yeah, you should pay attention to the seasons.
yeah,
That probably helps too. Instead of eating watermelon all year round,
around
maybe you should just have it during the season that it's out, and that that should be good enough.
enough.
So
Yeah, and I always loved summer because during those times, oh boy, the strawberries, they were so fresh. And but at the same token, we both enjoy our food,
And we sure do.
and
And we hope you do too.
too. And I think with that, I think the clear message that we're trying to leave is enjoy your food. Do your own homework, what best suits you, and don't trust everything you see, but play around with your food if you're having health issues or if you're worried about the long-term effect for you and your family. With that said, Nydia, do you have anything else you would like to say?
No, I think I said it, you know.
Okay. I think we should leave it off with please subscribe. We really would like to hear from you too. So leave us a comment, hit a like, and tell us your opinion on us. And we'll try to bring you more good content as we come along. From there, we hope that you take care. Until next time, bye.